SUTTONL.AVERY for the novel Out of Ashes. I'm very excited about this book that's debuted today on Kindle and different ebooks. It'll be available tonight also for a private autographed book as well that will go directly to your home. The book company wanted me to go to Indianapolis and actually just sign the books there and send the book directly to you. They wanted you to enjoy it tonight and not carry a lot of books around.
Sponsors that are here tonight. There are some great friends and families, a lot of networking going on, a lot of socializing. I just want to personally thank you on behalf of Avery Sutton for coming out for his very first of his series of novels. We are so excited about that. Out of Ashes is a dramatic novel based in 1943. So we want you to mingle, have a few drinks, talk to people. There's some interviews that's going to be going on. We're going to let you know about the book. We're going to let you know about Avery.
We came up with this idea that we should all bond together and evolve together. And why not bring us together with a nonprofit eventually so that we can self-discover what we're really worth.
You know, you can write a good book, but the key in a good book is a wonderful editor. The editor when the editor knows you, she can really, or he can really take your words that you wrote the storyline and bring more life to it.
We used to work together at the Lucas County Board of Developmental Disabilities. And we decided we'd start a talent agency for Toledo because there's so much tremendous talent in Toledo, and that's how we met you.
Right.
In 2001, it was a special year for me where I was hired by American Airlines in actually 2000. And we went through training with American Airlines here in Fort Worth, Texas, and everybody knows exactly what happened in 2001 in September 11th. September 11th actually put me in a predicament where I found myself actually laid off several times with American Airlines because they just couldn't keep up due to the people phobia being scared to fly at that time. And being laid off actually 3 times, the second time I actually could not keep up financially. I left my good job from Ohio and came with American Airlines. So after the second layoff, I'm going to get very emotional, so please spare me, stay with me. I found myself homeless. I actually slept not too far from here underneath a bridge called the White Clef and the Tollway Bridge for 5 weeks. And what happened during that time was very challenging. You know, you don't know what you're going through until you go through something. And I remember going to homeless shelters and seeing a lot of people that were sick with schizophrenic and things of alcoholism and things of that nature. And I was so afraid that if I would go into the homes, to the buildings, that I would be homeless on a deeper level of acquiring a schizophrenic and being a drug addiction and things of that nature. I remember walking the streets and washing up at the Jack in the Box on, I believe it's Maple, and taking a face rag that I would acquire and a bar of soap and wash up early in the morning. And being approached for prostitution and turning those things onto courts. But something happened about the 5th week, sleeping underneath that bridge. And I found, the day before, I found a little small knife in the alley that was wrong. And that night I decided that I was going to commit suicide. And I was going to just slice my wrist just enough to go to sleep. And something happened that saved my life that night. There's a light right, if you ever go into the tollway going north, underneath the White Cliff Bridge, there's a light right there. And a wonderful lady by the name of, here living in Dallas, that was a stranger by the name of Tamara Davis, stopped her car and saw what I was going to do to my wrist. And she said, please do not do this. Got out of her car at night. But before she approached me, you know, I guess I was assigned to a demon of suicide that came and said, you're nothing. No one loves you. Look at you, you're dirty. Do it, do it, do it. And I kept hearing this, do it, do it. And this lady had stopped at the light, and the light shined on me, and the only thing I saw was a shadow coming up to me. And she said, I will let you into my home on one condition, that you would not do what you're getting ready to do underneath this bridge. And to that day, she got me on my feet. She got me a job at the Gaylord Texan when Gaylord Texan first came to Dallas. And I acquired, she got my credit up to score that I was able to purchase my first home and get on my feet. And during that time when I lived with her for only a short time till I got on my feet, she had this huge library in Plano, Texas in one of her homes. And I used to get up every morning and read books that I'd never read before. And I never had a desire to write. And I started laughing actually and started doing plays. And the first play I'd done was Don't Start No Stop at 30,000 Feet. And we did about 5 shows from Chicago to Ohio. Then we started going into Secrets and Betrayals. And I started writing those things. Then I started meeting wonderful people who are here tonight, such as Clifton Oliver, who has been Simba on Broadway for 11 years.
First of all, I love Avery. He's a very talented guy, and I wish him all the best. Y'all go out and y'all buy that book, support the brother, most definitely. The party slamming is great. Having a great time. Oh, yeah.
Isn't it great?
It is.
Clifton, listen, you enjoy yourself.
Of course.
What do you have in the makings right now?
Well, I'm working on a new project. They're doing a black version of a show called Pal Joey, which was originally acted by Frank Sinatra. So I'm going to be playing a role that Frank Sinatra played, which is a big deal for a black man. So I'm excited about that.
Where's that going to take place?
That's going to be at the Arkansas Repertory Theater. Yeah.
All right, listen, you guys check it out, Arkansas Repertory Theater. Yeah. Thank you, Clifton, for being with our Game Savvy TV. Hey, go to outofashesnovel.com and purchase your book today.
He really impressed me with his story. I think that what he said here all in front of us is really emotional, and I think that he was able to put this in his book.
I've heard nothing but great things about it. I heard that you're locked in like right after the first chapter, so I've heard nothing but great things about this book, and I'm just very anxious to hear about it. Hearing about Avery and his testimony, I mean, it just really touched me.
That story is, I never knew that story because we never really sat down and talked, but it really touched me. So I'm so excited. I cannot wait to read the book. And I need to see him again in the office. He hasn't been there in a while, so he's been off publishing his book, which is fine. So I just can't wait to see him again.
It's important to be in tune to what we go through. And everything that you go through is for a reason. Absolutely. It's for a reason, man.
This book is exciting to me, exciting.
It makes me feel great since I'm a teacher. And when we were together, I was in charge of the drama division because I write plays. And Avery was in a large production, the largest production that I've had of a play called Juneteenth that's only been performed in Toledo. It was written in Toledo. I think it's Toledo's play. And it has a lot of spiritual music in it. But he came up with a little comic bit to do in the play that showed me he's got storytelling talent. And this book really brings it out. He's a fantastic storyteller, one of the best I've ever seen, actually.
Mr. Sutton himself, the author extraordinaire, has just hit on the scene. A Toledo native. Yeah. You know, we haven't mentioned that all night. You know, we got to throw that out there a few more times. But, I mean, real quick, sir, I mean, I'll just start with the fact, you know, talk to me about how you're feeling tonight. Obviously, a very big event for you, extreme occasion. We saw you get emotional a little bit there when you spoke to the crowd. Just talk to me about the night.
I'm excited about tonight. You know, this is a good night. It's the launching of the book for ebooks, and then soon coming out on hard copy. We're excited about Out of Ashes. It's a series, the first of a series of 3. And tonight is special because people, our friends and close friends, came out to support the book. And we had a good turnout tonight. I'm really happy.
To not focus on what you can get, but focus on what you can give. Because when you're in the process of giving, then the getting will follow you.
Tonight was good because we had some really wonderful people. We have James Hammond from New York that works with wonderful people like Holly Mary that's here tonight. We have, placed an order with the Whitney Houston cover for our greatest hits. Work with countless people. Then we had Clifton Oliver play several people. We have Jeanette Clint here tonight, Geneva Chapman here. We had some really good seasoned actors and people in professional business here tonight. And I want to thank everyone, including yourself, because you didn't have to come down here. I thank you, and it's from my heart, bro. I really, really thank you.